I thought I was filming, but apparently I wasn't. But I shuffled and put out these cards. So trust me that I shuffled. I did for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, August 23rd. We've got Tarot Bukumi today. So pick whichever card you're feeling, and I will go through my interpretation, and if you get another interpretation, please put it in the comments below. Starting here, we have Final Judgment. Oop. Maybe if I'm gonna move this light back there. Does that work? Yeah. So we've got Final Judgment today. Again, if you've been watching it before, every Monday we've been getting it, which is super weird. So to me, that we've been getting it this many times, I think this is 3 weeks in a row, is telling me that there's a message that's being asked of you, and you might be a little bit more on the undead side of things in terms of being slow to getting it going, but this Monday that message should be pretty loud and clear. You know, definitely at when we're at work and we're not liking what we're doing, that's sometimes when you can get the most fantastic thinking of what it is that you'd rather be doing. So really listen today if you're feeling that sort of undead, like a zombie today. Usually what helps me with that is to think about what I would want to do if I had infinite money, and sort of what I would want to do in life. And that may be that sort of up there abstract angel. So it may not be super clear, but feeling that connection to something that makes you feel excited is important today. So maybe keep your heart peeled for feelings that inspire you today, rather than, you know, sometimes ideas of what to do can make you feel inspired, and sometimes a feeling of inspiration can lead to inspiring ideas. So maybe focus on the feeling of inspiration today, and the ideas will come. Okay, if you chose this middle card, the next one we'll do, we have Rey de Oros. And so we've got the King of Pentacles here, and that's the King of Pentacles that I really like. We've had a few King of Pentacles the past few days, but they've all been kind of like, they've looked like kind of old guys that are towards the end of their time. But this guy, even though he's older, that feels like there's a lot of confidence there. There's still a lot of strength and energy left. So if you're feeling in this position today, maybe seeing how you can use your power and your ability in finances or physical health to help others around you, which will in turn come back to you. And if you feel like maybe you're missing this, maybe keep an eye out for people in your life who it feels like are doing really well or really successful, and see if you can spend some time with them. Maybe like get them a coffee or a tea or something like that, hang out and just sort of pick their brains a little bit. There may be people around you who are feeling generous or looking to invest in something. So if you've been, you know, working your butt off today, putting yourself out there for either investors or for new sort of physical health opportunities today, there may be a lot maybe finding a physical trainer or something like that if you're really wanting to get in shape or something like that, either in physical or financial shape. There may be a lot of people and opportunities around today that can help max that out. Happy to see this guy. And if you pick this last card over here, we have got a hard to pick up card. We've got the Three of Swords, and we have a sort of betrayal going on in this story. The guy running out is the son of the guy in the white toga, and he's just slept with his wife. So I'm not too familiar with the story, so I don't know if that's actually his mom as well, but either way, there's not a whole lot of this is pretty straight up. Like, there's fear of the guy running away, there's shame of the wife under the sheets there, and there's lots of anger going on. So this usually implies a pretty big, like, betrayal, lots of hurt feelings, things like that, which sometimes is a really good excuse for making a big change in life. So if you've been betrayed by someone, or something, just, it feels like something coming to an end in a pretty not enjoyable way. So if that has happened to you today, I'm sorry if that's happened recently, but the thing that we can see is that the person running with the sword after the other guy, if he kills him, then there's going to be consequences coming back. So it may feel gratifying to, like, chase after someone, but ultimately that's gonna come back to you. And I think the best way that emotional hurt can be dealt with is by really feeling it, and maybe doing some writing or some self-narration, just acknowledging, wow, I was really hurt today by this thing that happened, and giving that space. You definitely have an excuse today to take space from other people if you need that, just to feel that, in order not to stew on it, but to comfort yourself for that feeling, or look for support from someone else that you trust. I get the feeling from this that the betrayal was by people who, if it was betrayal, or it could be something less severe than that, but it could be from people that maybe you didn't have great vibes about, but you're kind of just, like, going on despite there feeling like there are issues. But after today, it may really feel like, I don't want to, going on with this is with these relationships, with these friendships, may not be serving me. And if your friends or your people around you aren't, like, inspiring you and making you feel excited for life, it can feel scary to move on. But that will open the door for new people to come in, which is why it's really important to really experience that pain and not to run away from it or to try and hack it to death, because then you're just going to sort of bring in similar energy. So all together, on the left, we had Final Judgment, which we've had the last, 3 weeks forever. We had the King of Pentacles in the middle there, Everything is face up today. And we had Three of Swords in a very dramatic situation. Yeah, so all of these combined together are... I'm just looking to see if I had something better to prop these up with. So going from this side through this way, there may be a sort of calling that's just been calling at you, and you may be in a position today to embrace that calling, and connections or things that were maybe holding you back from following that calling may precipitate themselves today. So I'm getting the feeling that there's a calling today, that you have the power to follow up on that calling, and that any sort of strings or things that were holding you back from that calling may be cut. So it's good that you've got the freedom to follow those callings, but just important to acknowledge that if you're sort of set free now by an abrupt thing that happened that was traumatic, that it's really important to seek help or just talk with people about it, so it's not something you're harboring and bringing into this new situation. And you don't have to necessarily feel good about the things that got cut off, but your ability to acknowledge the pain that you're feeling, that's the only forgiveness you really have to do. People are doing their own things for whatever reason, but your pain and your experience in that moment is really important to acknowledge. So yeah, I think as long as you're acknowledging the pain of the thing ending, I think it's a pretty solid day. So, but if you have different interpretations, please share them below. And thanks for checking in. Bye. I always forget to add this part, but if you're interested in energy work or anything like that, I do energy work sessions. So I'm working on... I actually don't have any way to contact that. I think I need to I'm trying to set up a website, so hang tight if you're interested in that. And yeah, thanks again for checking in. Catch you around. Bye.